The topic for today is the distributive properties. So let's see these two different examples and see how we can accomplish the outcome. If you can see this, 3 will be multiplied two different numbers. So we can do this in a different way because the two terms within the parentheses are both of them numeric. First, we will combine 7 and 9 before we multiply 3. So 3 times 7 plus 9 is 16. So now we will multiply 3 times 16 and the answer is 48. The outcome is 48. But now let's do it using the distributive properties by multiplying the 3 each term separately. So 3 times 7 is 3 times 7 plus, then we multiply 3 by 9. So that will be 3 times 9. Now since we have two different terms, we will multiply separately. So 3 times 7 is 21 plus 3 times 9 is 27. So now the only two terms that we have is a numeric, which is a like term, so we can combine. 21 plus 27 is 48. As you can see, the two answers are the same. So we could do it combining like term, then multiply the number outside, or we could multiply separately. But when the terms within the parentheses are not a like term, so this will be suitable to separate. You cannot combine 2x and 5 because they're not the same. So we will do the second way or second method. So 4 we will multiply by 2x. So 4 times 2x. Then it will be a plus. Now we will multiply 4 by 5. 4 will be multiplied by 5. So now we will do it separately each. So 4 times 2x is 8x. Then plus 4 times 5 is 20. As you can see, we cannot combine similar that we did 21 and 27. That's how we ended up 48. But 8x plus 20 are not a like term because this is a variable expression and this is a numeric expression, so this will be your final outcome. So now knowing that, let's review some rules that we use for the distributive properties. Always step number 1, we will multiply the number which is outside the parentheses by multiplying it each term inside the parentheses. So how do we do that? Let's say we have an A, then we're multiplying within the parentheses which has B plus C. So we will multiply the term outside each term within the parentheses. So we will multiply A times B, which gives us A times B, plus then A we will multiply by C, which will give us A times C. And we are done. Then always place the operation inside the parentheses between all the multiplication expression. Because we had a plus, we will keep the plus. But sometimes we might have a negative term that we are distributing it, all the terms within parentheses, and we will see it later example. But just now remember, always use the sign or the operation within the terms within the parentheses. Then at the end we will simplify if it's possible using the order of operation. If you haven't seen order of operation, you can go back and look for lesson 1 for algebra 1. So now knowing that, let's do those examples. So we will use distributive properties and combine the like terms if possible. So 2 times 6n is 12n. And 2 times negative 8 is negative 16. And that will be the outcome because you cannot combine. So now let's do the one that has a negative term outside that you are distributing it. So when you distribute a negative number or negative term within the parentheses, all the operation or all the sign within the parentheses terms will be opposite sign. So negative 8, when we multiply positive 8v, we will get 40v. Then negative 5, when we multiply negative 2, the answer is a positive 10. And now that will be the final answer. As you can see this, we did not reverse the operation. The 6 was positive, still the 12 is a positive. 8 is a negative, so the outcome still is a negative. But here, 8 is a positive, we're multiplying a negative, so that's how we ended up a negative number. So inside is a negative 2, and then we're multiplying a negative, that's how we ended up a positive number. So now this is similar to the number 1. But the difference is, this is R. We cannot see any number. If you don't see any number in front of the variable, the assumption is there is a 1. So 8 times 1R is 8R. Then plus 8 times positive 1 is positive 8. So make sure you review when you're multiplying a negative term within the parentheses. Then you just reverse the sign. So knowing that, let's do two different examples that will show us how do we combine a like term. Because the one that we did earlier, there's nothing to combine. But let's see if we can find something that we can combine. This one involves two different operations that we add. Each one involves using a distributive. So 7 times 5n is 35n. So 7 times negative 8 is negative 56. We have done the first parenthesis term. Let's do the second one. Positive 6, if we multiply positive 4, then we have positive 24. Positive 6, if we multiply positive 6n, then we have 36n. So now we will combine the like term if possible. As you can see, this is a 35n and this is 36n. So we combine the like terms. 35 plus 36 is 71n. And if you can see, negative 56 is a numeric, positive 24 is a numeric, but they both of them has opposite sign. When you combining a two number or two variable expression has an opposite sign, then you use the larger number sign. So you can see the 56, which is negative, and positive 24, the negative number is larger than the positive number. So our outcome is a negative number. So 56 minus 24 is 32. This was easy done. So that will be your final step. So now let's see when we multiply a negative number outside within the parentheses. So negative 5, when we multiply positive 1, then we have negative 5. So negative 5, when we multiply positive 2k, then we have negative 10k. So negative 8, when we multiply negative 4, then we have positive 32. Because we're reversing all the operation. Negative 8, when we multiply positive 5k, then we have negative 40k. So now we will combine the like term. So negative 5 and positive 32 are like term. So both of them the opposite sign. So we will subtract. So minus 5 plus 32 will give us a positive 27. But when you combine negative 10 and negative 40, they like term, they both of them negative, so your answer is negative 50k. I hope you have a good review, and hopefully it will help in the long run. But if you need more, you can go back and watch the video, so that way you can get a good grasp of how to use the distributive property.